Have you ever wondered why baseball games sometimes get unexpectedly delayed? From weather mishaps to parachuting fans to animals running wild, strange and amusing things can briefly halt playtime. Safety is the top reason for pauses, but occasionally odd occurrences leave players, coaches, and fans scratching their heads. Welcome back to Batflix. Let's take a look at strange and amusing reasons baseball games have been delayed, animals and objects on the field. Animal sightings can bring baseball games to a quick pause. During one game, a random sheep wandered onto the grass, leading to amusement from the crowd. Stadium staff safely escorted the sheep away so the game could resume. Another time, a small child jumped over the stands to get a closer look at his favorite players. A kind-hearted player picked up the overeager kid and carried him back to his seat as the fans laughed. In one baffling event, a dead fish mysteriously fell from the sky during a game in Japan, landing right on the field. Players stared in shock as staff members removed the fish and play eventually continued. The unexplained incident led to lots of head-scratching, with theories ranging from waterspouts to bird droppings. Threats to safety lead to delays. More dangerous situations rightly lead officials to halt play. Structural damage from earthquakes can make stadium conditions hazardous. Powerful storms with intense lightning and flooded fields have also paused competition so players and fans can take shelter. During a Royals game in 2002, two deranged fans rushed from the stands to attack first base coach Tom Gamboa. The players quickly defended their coach until security contained the attackers. Shockingly, when the Royals returned the next year, another fan knocked down umpire Las Diaz before getting arrested. These violent outbursts justify stopping play to restore order. Oddball situations lead to brief delays. Sometimes play gets briefly postponed for more frivolous and peculiar reasons. During a Brewers home game, the stadium shot off indoor fireworks behind home plate while a batter was trying to focus. The flashing lights clearly disrupted his concentration, causing the umps to halt action until the sparks faded. Snow and blizzard conditions have frequently delayed baseball games, despite the regular season running during warm summer months. In one remarkable instance, several inches piled up during a Blue Jays opening day game as the players slipped and slid across the grass. Ultimately, the umpires stopped competition due to the wintry mix hindering play. During another snowy game, one umpire made a critical mistake that hurt the Orioles. Light flurries started falling in the early innings. By the mid-game point, grounds crews struggled to even see the field through the thick snow. They allowed the game to proceed, however, and a contested play left the Orioles fuming. Replays revealed a home run ball had gotten lost in the snow and bounced back into play. The umps refused to overturn the play, prompting Baltimore to lobby for the delay that soon followed. Lightning is another weather phenomenon that's postponed games. In one unbelievable incident, lightning actually struck a player as he stood in the field. After lying unconscious for several minutes, the player eventually stood up and wanted to continue competing. Officials overruled him, though, and appropriately halted the contest due to safety concerns. Fans on the field. Unruly fans invading the field of play can also lead officials to stop games. Some intruders playfully dance around before security tackles them. Others try evading capture for as long as possible by climbing fences or sneaking through tunnels back to the seats. One fan at a Houston Astros game orchestrated an incredible escape before getting caught at the very last second while trying to exit through a restricted door. Most unauthorized field runners get banned from the stadium. Others face arrest and misdemeanor charges. Fines typically start around $500 but can exceed $1,000 based on the specific circumstances and jurisdiction. The weather. Inclement weather frequently causes delays, starting with light drizzles that gradually turn into full-on storms. Safety is the top priority, so play is rightly halted when lightning, heavy rains, and gusty winds put players at risk. Fans also get sheltered in tunnels, concourses, and lower levels when severe weather strikes. During a 2021 playoff game, Cincinnati Reds pitcher Luis Sims lobbied the umpires to stop play as rain steadily intensified. When his protests got ignored, he took matters into his own hands by intentionally throwing each new ball out of play. His defiance led officials to finally postpone the game. Bizarrely, teams have delayed home games due to rain, despite investing hundreds of millions into retractable roof stadiums. In 2015, a small leak in the Arizona Diamondbacks' roof caused a puddle to form right on the pitcher's mound. Down in Miami, the Marlins president once ignored weather apps and kept the roof open on opening day, leading to a rainout. Official judgment on display. Sometimes umpires make perplexing judgment calls about whether to continue play in risky conditions. In a 2021 Cubs home game, pouring rain made it nearly impossible for pitcher Liam Hendriks to properly grip the baseball. He pled with officials to halt action for safety reasons, but got denied. After one pitch, Hendriks lost his composure and started throwing balls out of play to protest. The umps eventually paused the game as conditions deteriorated. Conversely, during a professional league game in Japan, the left fielder requested a delay after claiming something had landed on the grass. Confused players and staff soon gathered around to discover a dead fish inexplicably lying near second base. Despite the bizarre scene, play soon resumed following removal of the unidentified marine animal. Delays can change the course of history. The most infamous rain delay occurred during Game 6 of the 1986 World Series between regional rivals, the New York Mets and Boston Red Sox. The Sox were 1 out away from clinching the championship when weather halted play. After an extended delay re-energized the Mets, their miraculous 10th inning comeback was capped by the Red Sox Bill Buckner's critical error. New York rode their sudden momentum shift to eventually win the series. Other strange delays and close calls. In yet another odd baseball delay, a man parachuted onto the field during a New York Yankees playoff game back in 1986. He landed mid-game as the crowd roared and players stared in disbelief. Police swiftly arrested the daredevil parachutist and carted him straight to jail for the duration of the game. His headline-grabbing stunt earned him 6 months behind bars for criminal trespassing. During a frightening scene in Texas, a dust storm engulfed the field as tornado warning sirens sounded. Staff immediately helped players and fans safely relocate to interior concourses and dugout tunnels. They waited out the dangerous weather until the all-clear signal indicated safe conditions had returned. Baseball games get temporarily halted for numerous reasons. While fans may be amused reading about unexpected animal cameos, falling sea creatures, or stealthy ballpark escape artists, player safety is always the top priority when considering delays. Officials have a tough balancing act deciding when to pause competition without excessively disrupting game flow. Their judgment impacts everything from single plays to the outcomes of playoff thrillers. Ultimately, the unpredictable nature of weather and quirky fan behavior contribute to making baseball entertaining. After watching baseball game delays, which one was the most bizarre to you? A random sheep trotting across the grass or a mysterious falling fish are pretty odd ways to temporarily halt play. Let me know in the comments section. If you want to see more humorous and historical baseball content like this, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell here on Batflix. Thanks for watching.